the concept.
That's
So,
crazy.
yeah, yep. And it was an excellent concept, and it took us like an hour and a half to walk from the trailer to the town, and he was telling me the entire way. And then he goes, "Do you think you'd want to write that with me?" And I was like, "Yeah, it's an excellent idea."
I still think that's awesome that you actually wrote, you were able to write with your son,
Mm-hmm.
and he
Mm-hmm.
still enjoys writing.
Yes, he
He
does.
still sends you stuff to read, even though we know what your nickname is.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. It is cool to write with your kids.
And have them still like you. See, my oldest hates writing because of me.
Okay.
Because she never liked it when I edited her stuff, especially when she was getting it ready for school. And I'm like, details. You need sentence structure. You need the length. You need more information. She's like, stop looking at it, Mom. Don't look at it anymore. So she hates it. She never lets me look at any of her stuff.
Well, he hasn't let me look at some of the latest stuff he's done. And
is it because it's risque, or is it because...
Oh, I think so. And I'm like, okay. I'm like, that's what I write.
Yeah, but you don't want your mom reading that.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, my dad was my first reader, so.
I was going to say, my dad actually read some of my pen name stuff, and I was like, oh my God, really? Yep. No.
Yes. Well, my daughter won't read anything I write most of the time, except for, this
she
one.
Read, she read the Christmas one.
Well, she helped me edit the Christmas one. So,
okay. That's I can tell you none of my kids have read any of my books.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I didn't read your books.
She's proudly stating it too. Thanks, Zoe.
They didn't give me any AR points, so I wouldn't read them.
Wow.
Ooh.
They don't give me AR points when I need AR points.
And that introduces our guest for the night.
Nice. There we go. I guess Zoe is going to be our first spotlight of the evening. Welcome, everybody. Another episode of Spilling Ink, the talk show that takes you behind the book to meet the authors and professionals in the publishing industry. And tonight we have two very special guests. We have an author-illustrator combo who just put out their debut book, which we'll be talking about. And since Zoe volunteered with the attitude, Zoe, you get to introduce yourself first.
Hi.
Tell us a little about yourself.
I'm a human.
You're a human.
She's a human that's
all you want to say?
That's still.
Well, she is 10.
I'm a human.
All right, human.
She likes Blackpink.
Yeah.
I am a human.
All right. We'll come back to you. Eric, welcome to the show.
Hello.
Tell everyone a little about yourself.
Yeah, I'm definitely not a professional author or illustrator. I just have wild ideas. I own a martial arts gym in Las Vegas, and Katie and Zoe are my students. So I just had this crazy idea for a story. I'm like kind of a newish father. I just have a 4-year-old, just turned 4, and I always kind of struggle with getting to have fun and go to a music festival or a show or take a nap, but at the same time, making sure that you're a responsible father. So I just kind of combined those worlds. And then I thought that would be really ridiculous and crazy if a baby got lost at a music festival. And I was like, sweet, I could easily write the story, especially like a children's book, but I can't draw and I can't do anything. So, I obviously reached out to some illustrators and people that have good drawing that I knew of. But of course, like I can't really pay them, I don't really have an investor. So once I heard that, hey, Zoe, you're artistically inclined a bit, aren't you? And that's how we came to be. And it's just perfect because, Katie, you would keep her on task as a professional author editor and just crank out those pictures, Zoe. I need 4 pictures. I paid her literally in Roblox gift cards and she got it done. And now she probably hates illustrating. I simultaneously started and ended your career, Zoe. Would you say so?
What?
Do you want to illustrate any more books?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, looks like she's still good. Probably got to pay her double the Roblox cards
Hey,
though.
Julia, welcome to the show.
Yeah.
Hi, Julia. Julia.
Special guest Zoe. And we
Yep.
actually have a question for you, Zoe.
What's your question?
Joe from Goendy now says, hey, dropping by with a question. For the illustrator, what was the hardest part to draw, and what was your favorite part of the story to draw?
The hardest part was to draw was the one with the DJ and Luca and the bad guy
Oh, that's my
all
favorite.
in the same page.
That one?
Yeah, that one.
I think that's one of my favorites.
Why was that hard, Zoe?
Because there was so much in it and it was hard.
That was one of the first ones you did too, because we drew them out of order, I think.
Yeah. It was one of the first ones I did and it was hard.
And that's what the final page turned out to be.
And just going back, Zoe has no music festival or rave or EDM knowledge, so we had to send her like images and YouTubes as reference material. So the fact that she did this like blind about some world she doesn't know was super impressive. And I hate to give you compliments on camera, Zoe, because your ego is already huge, but there you go. You get a little nugget. It's a good job.
She really put her all into it though. Like, I had to keep her on task, obviously, but when she sat down and she focused, I mean, she came up with some amazing drawings. I've got a few more from this was another one of my favorites.
That was my favorite one to draw.
It shows action, huh?
I love it. The punch is just hilarious. Like I was cracking up the second I saw it, and then the final page, the way it turned out. Now, Eric, you did the backgrounds on the drawings. So how did you find images to kind of marry with each picture?
I wanted it to have a little bit more like pizzazz. Not saying that Zoe's illustrations on their own weren't great, but I just wanted to like pop a little bit more. So melding the digital with the hand-drawn illustrations kind of was a nice little touch. I just searched far and wide for the perfect copyright-free image, and then photoshopped her illustration out, melded it, and then the biggest thing was I didn't want to take away from her illustrations at all. So like I wanted to make sure that we could see the text without taking away from her illustration, without it being too busy. So that's why sometimes I had to do like a little bubble with blur on the background, or just put it somewhere where it's not as busy, or just blurring the background image as it is. Cause I didn't want to just overtake Zoe's work. And of course, before I did anything, before we even sent this out, we sent it to Zoe. It's like, are you cool with this? Are you sure? And she had some revisions, and, this is a collaborative process. This isn't my project. This isn't her project. We're working on it together. So I wanted to make sure that Zoe approved as well. And thank goodness she didn't give me a lot of flack.
That was one of the things too I wanted to prepare her for is, Jane, you and I know when you're working with somebody's artistic vision, no matter how good you do, they might have, revisions. They might have things they want you to change. And if you're, commissioned to work on it, you've got to make those changes. And as the artist, sometimes we go, but that's the way it's supposed to look. So I made sure to, give her the right mindset for it. That if there's changes, and I think there was some changes on adding hair to PJ's character.
More volume.
Yeah, more hair, more volume.
She looks great, but she made a simple, funny request saying, "Could my hair be bigger?" I'm like, "Sure, let's ask the illustrator." And then you have more volume.
Full on 80s hair.
Yeah.
Yep.
But she did. She took, all the change requests. She was good with that. She came up with some really good character designs that she worked through the entire series. There was something like 20 pictures total, but there's 17 book pages of pictures.
There was like 18 pictures.
As you did also the front cover too.
Yes.
It's a lot of pictures.
Yeah, it's a
Thank
lot
you
of
very much.
drawing. We had a 3 to 4 picture per week was our kind of like goal each week to try and get it on time.
Mhm.
That was fantastic.
Yeah.
How
Was
did you
that-
feel about the process, Z? Who, me? What? Okay, Eric, how about you?
On the floor.
I was saying that it was just definitely, a family endeavor, whether it be like indirectly about us, me, my wife, PJ, and son Luca, or, you having to collaborate with your daughter and stay on task, so that's the whole spirit of the project, that it was family oriented. And I think it came out great and, better than I would have imagined. And the fact that Zoe was able to stay on task without you guys killing each other or us killing each other, was pretty amazing to me. So, yeah. And again, yeah, this whole thing, I was like, I had this idea in my mind for like nearly 2 years. And I was like, I need to get this silly project done before my 4-year-old becomes a 14-year-old and doesn't want me to read him bedtime stories anymore.
Oh,
So that's the only reason why I wanted to get it done, not for monetary, not for obviously fame or anything, just get this project done so my son can have this little bedtime story memory that involved all of us. And we have been to a couple festivals together with him. We went to Life is Beautiful here in Vegas,
oh, cool.
and he doesn't last very long, only about an hour. He's
Mhm.
he's got to man up and go all night, but no, he did great. And those pictures sourced were actually for when he was 2 years old at Life is Beautiful. So he did an awesome job, and again, super appreciative of you guys for making it happen.
Yeah, that one picture you sent was a good inspiration photo. I wonder if I can find it. Let's see if I can find it while we're
Yeah.
talking here, because it was a perfect picture, and that's where the front cover I think came from, right, Zoe?
Huh? Yeah.
That the picture that made this image.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Let me see if I can find it.
He got so much attention during that festival, and this was like just after COVID or maybe right before, I don't know, but like people were like wanting to like high five him and like hold him, and we're like sometimes they would just like give him high five or grab him or want to take a picture with him. And like, okay, fine. He had like a little mask on and stuff, but then like right after we're like, okay, let's go. Hand sanitizer. Don't know you. You're probably drunk. You're rolling. Like, so he got a lot of attention, and but yeah, he made it a good hour. But yeah.
It's loading. It's loading. There we go.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The first stage, the little EDM stage right by Container Park. But yeah, super cool.
And that's where you can see the position and everything she used.
Uh-huh. I like how you put a lot of trash on the ground, Zoe. That's very accurate. There's a lot of trash at festivals, whether it be cans of soda or beer, what have you.
Right.
That's
Or like the French fry
yeah.
things, or stuff like that on the ground. Oh yeah, I've been to music festivals out here too.
So Zoe, after drawing the pictures for this book, do you want to go to a music festival and see what it's really like?
Yeah.
Would that be cool? Yeah. How
I don't
long
know
do you
if I
think
could
you would
handle it,
last?
Zoe.
What?
How long do you think you would last?
At least
7
2.
hours.
Okay.
7
We'll
hours.
see. All right, Zoe. We're gonna find an all ages show, and you're gonna regret it. Part 2 of our story.
You're gonna regret it.
That's probably true.
Yeah.
Well, she's older than Vicky was when we took her to the Country Music Fest.
Yeah.
It was an
What?
all-day thing. Yeah. I mean, Vicky napped on the ground.
Wait,
She
who
was
was
like 2 or
Vicky?
3. This was before Billy. When she was an angel child.
You always get one. You get one good one that tricks you into thinking that you can handle another one, and then the next one's a wild child.
Oh yes.
Mhm.
Well, no, number 2 was much more calm than number 1.
Oh, so you got them in reverse.
Yes, yes. Vicky was angry that we had a boy. She wanted a sister. So she was very angry and did not know how to express that.
It's rough when they're little.
Yes.
It is. We had a huge gap between my oldest and Hunter.
Mm-hmm.
There's about 7 years between them, and there's 9 years between my oldest and Zoe.
Mm-hmm.
So it was, by the time those two came around, she was just like, oh, cool, I can play dress up with them. I can,
Mm-hmm.
I can be little mama. And Allie has always been little mama to
Mm-hmm.
Hunter and Zoe. Right, Z?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's 5 years difference between Vicky and Billy. So, yeah. Not quite as much as yours. And I think that extra 2 years might have helped.
Well, we also called her the Overlord too, if that tells you anything.
Mm-hmm. Oh yes, oh yes. Vicky was the mom at one point because when she was in middle school because she got them kicked out of another daycare. So
Good job.
yes, and Vicky is probably Zoe's size. If I look at Zoe, I'm like, yeah, Vicky's Zoe's size now when she's 28. So yes. But she scares people, so just like Zoe does.
It's the short people. We have to. We have to scare people.
Mm-hmm.
So, Eric, did you have a music festival background when you were growing up?
Oh, definitely not.
No?
No. The first one I went to was when I moved to Vegas. I think I was like 35.
Oh,
I just
wow.
turned, I got a late start. I just turned 41, but yeah, like 35 to 37, 38 was like definitely checking stuff out. So no, and I wouldn't even consider myself like a raver or a festival like connoisseur. I love the setting, and I just thought it would be a crazy idea of two worlds combining. Like that's the last place you would find a toddler. Definitely enjoyed going to them, maybe not going 3 days now. I'm getting old and tired and I don't got time for that. So just 1 day is fine. But no, I just think it's a little cool experience that, again, dads, moms, anyone that has a kid, your life doesn't end. Like you're allowed to have fun, like we take care of the kids, and I don't ever want to like stop having fun and just being a dad. Like I could be still me. I just have a little offspring now, and as long as they're fed and they have they have food in their mouth, a roof over their head, like let us do what we want to do. I don't know. Maybe I'm being greedy, but
no, finding ways to have fun and still, do the family stuff is important. I wish I knew that lesson because I gave up all of like the raver days and stuff when I had kids. So
they have raves in Texas. They have Texas raves.
I was out here since 94. Wow. I graduated high school out here.
Oh, gee. Okay.
So yeah, I've been here long enough to be considered a native.
Oh.
But yeah, I had my raver days, and then the kids came along, and it was like, oh, now I'm mom. And I'm just now learning that I can be mom and go out and do fun stuff too.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Come to class and do jujitsu.
Yeah. So for all of y'all in the audience, when I say I get my butt kicked 3 times a week for fun, right up there. Yeah.
She's hiding.
No, it's all very controlled drilling. No,
we've talked about it quite a bit on this show. It's a good outlet. It's confidence building. It's stress relief. I mean, it serves a lot of purposes.
Yeah, I mean, martial arts, absolutely. I mean, Billy's a black belt in Aikido, which is another jujitsu spinoff. So, and I sat and watched for years.
Julia's with me. Mom deserves to have fun.
Yes.
Well, and Jane, you and I have talked many times about you exercise your demons. So, you have a bad day, you either kill off a character in a book, go punch something.
Yes.
Yes.
Something, not someone.
Not someone, yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can't
What?
actually kill people.
No.
I just saw Julia's other question. She says, "So was this a graphic novel?" Definitely not. Definitely not. This is intended as a children's bedtime reading. But
Perfect
yeah,
little size children's book.
yeah, just a little
Yeah.
children's book. I'm definitely not opposed to new adventures, new festivals, new hijinks.
Mhm.
But again, I don't want to burn out my illustrator.
Do I have any more questions?
Punching is therapeutic. Yes.
Mhm.
Yes, it's very therapeutic.
Do I
I
have
have-
any more questions?
I have a
let's see.
question for you.
What's your
It
question?
has to do with martial art, mixed martial arts. I've seen your
What's your
videos.
question?
How do you like that?
What?
How do you like martial arts? Your classes.
I like martial arts.
Which one? Which vein of martial arts do you like the best?
You like kickboxing, you like jujitsu. Which one do you like better? Both of them?
I don't like boxing.
You just like boxing?
I don't like boxing.
You don't like.
No.
But what do you like?
Grappling.
Yeah. So she likes
What's your signature move, Z?
They're a naked choke.
Mhm.
Okay.
That's it.
You should totally put a video of me doing the rear naked choke on someone.
I will find it and share it. I've got some good ones of you. My favorite is when she like bear hugs and then pulls back and gets somebody who's like bigger than her. She's fighting with kids that are bigger than her, and she yanks them back to the ground, and she just holds on for dear life.
Wait,
Mhm.
you should show the video where me and Lena were fighting.
I'd have
Oh,
to
here's a
find it, honey.
question.
I don't have it on my computer. It's probably on my phone somewhere.
Oh. Do you have any videos of me choking people?
That question should come as no surprise to anybody who knows Z.
Mhm.
Oh, but Julia has a question for you.
I have a question for Zoe. Does Z want to do more illustrations in the future? Any interest in writing? I hate writing.
Okay.
I hate what you do, Mom.
But I would do more illustrations because I love drawing.
Cool.
What did you draw before this? Like, what do you draw for fun?
I don't have pictures with me, but
Okay.
Mom, don't you have a couple pictures hanging up by like the door
I do.
that I did?
Do I need to go get them?
Yeah, show the dragon one that I did.
Okay, I will go find it. You keep talking while I go.
Okay, I'm talking.
How long did each illustration take you for our book?
Like each of them took about an hour and a half.
Oh my gosh.
Wow, that's pretty
Perfect.
fast. That's pretty quick. If I was, well, it would take me an hour and a half to draw a stick person because I'm really bad. So I'm impressed.
Yeah. It's a lot
Totally
of hours.
impressed.
Okay, here's my favorite.
Oh,
have
I
the
like
heart.
the heart. Oh, wow. I like that. That is really cool.
That one's my favorite.
I look at that one most of the time.
Is that just marker?
I used Sharpie for that one.
Mm.
And then we have
Higher. Yep, there. There you go.
Roses.
This is
Roses.
very
I
cool.
did that one like a very, very long time ago. I did that one when we in school when I was the rose one I did in school while 2021. The dragon one.
Oh, there's the dragon. Okay. Part of the light. Yeah, there you
we
go. I'm like, I can see half of this.
Wait, no, show that one again. There's the sea dragon.
Yeah. And the boat. Yes. That's really cool.
That's cool. Okay. No digital art yet, Zoe? All just hand drawn?
Those are also from 2021.
Mm. Well, Zoe, I was going to say, have you thought about doing like cover art? on the computer, as he said.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's really cool.
That one was from 2022.
Okay.
What about it, Zoe? Thought of doing any cover art or anything like that?
I
Or
wanna do
learning
it.
to do the digital, cover art.
Julia, you slay. Bro, Julia slay.
Mhm. Funny.
Awkward
Now,
silence.
Eric, that's not your only book,
Oh no.
is it?
No. My
There's
other
another.
another self-published one.
Okay.
Yeah. That one's not, I mean, it's not nothing graphic, but it's definitely not a children's nighttime story.
Okay.
That's that's also inspired by my son, because as a bedwetting toddler, yeah, as a bedwetting toddler, I would have to like wake him up in the middle of the night. Not even wake him up, but just get him to potty in the middle of the night, and so he's like half asleep. And then as he's in his dream state or whatever he's doing, he's kind of he's got a little boner. And I was like, okay, maybe there's something as an adult where think about these things and then it should make the boner go down. So that's where that spurred from. And I just turned it into an ABC book. This is really just,
The perfect little, like, back of the toilet, just funny book.
Yeah. Okay.
yeah. I've given that out to gifts to some of my female friends who are married, and I said, "Give this to your husband when you're not in the mood." And they read this book. So, and that was me playing with self-publishing and just learning, and I was like, what could be the easiest way to do something? And yeah, so it is really cool what you guys do as authors and illustrators, that you can just create something out of nothing and just get it out there. Like, I have so much respect for that. Like, I used to work in the movie industry, and to get anything done, you have to rely on other people. You have to go to the studio. You have to get money from this guy. Your boss has to read this script. He has to approve this script. He has to get it approved from the finance guy. It's like, I just want my work to get out there, right? So as authors, you can just come up with something, and especially now, you can self-publish if you have to. Boom, there it is. Now we can do that with movies and YouTube, and we have such good technology. But back when I was in the film industry in the early 2000s, you had to rely on the movie studios, and there was no YouTube or any of these ways to get your movies out. So that's what that is too. As much as I'm a martial artist, I'm also kind of, I would say, an artist, and always like creating things. And cool, let's try this book thing, even if it's a little silly children's book, and get it out there. I think that's so cool what you guys do.
Thank you.
So
We
you
still-
started with
yeah.
film and TV,
Yeah.
or okay?
Yeah.
What made you decide to change and come out here then?
You get burnt out. It's obviously like in any industry, it's political, but more so in Hollywood, where it's like, oh, the merits of this script is not based on that. It's based on you need to kiss this guy's butt who owes this guy a favor, and I got to do that to make that creative exec happy. So it's like, hey guys, I just want to make a movie. I don't care about this or that. So, it was just the perfect opportunity when I got burnt out in the film industry. My old boss at the time said, "Hey, open up a gym in Vegas. Do you want to go run it?" And that's what brought me out here. So now I just do my creative little silly stuff like this, with the help of you guys and like Zoe. Just gotta afford her.
That's like a whole like 180 in lifestyle and everything.
It is, but then I'm like, you know what? Producing a film and running a business and a dojo, it's kind of like the same thing. Number one, you have to have like good people skills. You have to do multitasking, crazy. You have to think about, your different events and your different projects and a lot of moving parts. And so, yeah, I definitely wouldn't be able to run this business even half as well as I am now. I'm not saying it's the best; it could always be better. But if I didn't work in the film industry and deal with that sort of environment, there's no way. Like businesses fail all the time, especially gyms. So, and I feel like we have good content. We make our little videos and stuff, and they're cool. So
Those are always fun to see.
yeah,
I love seeing the little videos pop up
yeah.
and the shorts.
Just so that I could be like, all right, my film degree didn't go to waste. There's a little bit on Instagram, whatever. So,
Yeah. What's your view on TikTok?
ooh, I don't even want to touch that. That's Zoe's world. Right? I don't know. I don't.
I haven't figured it out yet either. So
There's just so much.
maybe we should all
things.
hire Zoe.
Yeah. What are you doing a TikTok now? Why do we?
What?
TikTok.
Yeah, TikTok. What about
I'm
it?
saying I'm not gonna touch that. That's your world and your generation. It's too fast. There's too much stuff going on. Too much noise.
A lot of marketing happens though on TikTok.
There
There's a
are,
TikTok
definitely.
shop.
Like book talk is huge.
Yes.
And a lot of books can be made or broken on book talk.
Really?
Mhm.
Yeah, and I never had the energy to give to that side of the marketing.
Yeah.
You talk about an indie author can, get their stuff up. Yeah, but it is a full-time job. You're project manager, you're the author, you're the editor, you're the cover artist, you're the layout designer, you're the marketer. Like you got to pick your battles. And for me, I'm the behind the scenes person. I like to write it. I like to format it. I like to get it pretty and then put it out to the world and move on.
Mhm.
Everything after it goes out is like, oh, it's like pulling teeth. I hate the marketing side of things.
Yeah, I'm not all that great at the marketing side either.
But you have to be.
Yeah, I know, and I have a full-time day job, so at least till next September at this point.
So do you guys have to go to like a lot of book festivals to get the word out, or what's the best way to do it nowadays?
I'll leave that to Katie because I don't do very many of those.
I do the in-person events because I think they're fun. Like
Mhm.
I do the introverted writing thing for 90% of the time. And then I will go to like Comic-Con and I will have like my working vacation where I will go crazy and be extroverted and meet people and talk to people and sell books and have a great old time. And then I get my fill and I'm done for a little while. I can go back to my little writing cave. But I like the in-person events because you do connect with the readers more so than just posting stuff online. Like you can really sit and have a real conversation with somebody. And I don't market my books the best, which is probably why they're not as successful as they could be. But I do love connecting with people and having real conversations. And, at a Comic-Con, people wear their interest right out in the open. It's easy to see what they like. Oh, you like Star Wars. I love Star Wars. Let's talk about it. I'm not there to sell the book, but the book sells because of the connection and the
The
conversation.
connections, yeah.
So that's kind of how I've approached things, which is not the way that most people do it. And I don't have as much success as others because I don't focus as much on the sales side. I'm not a seller. I like to create, I like to get it out there, and then I like to connect, like real, genuine connections.
See, my thing is, if I go to a Comic-Con, I want to go see everything.
That's why you share a booth.
Yes.
And there's always somebody there, and then you can go run off, do your thing, come back, and somebody's always there to watch the stuff, take the money, whatever. So it works. We do Phoenix every year, and there's 3 to 4 of us that will share a booth. So it cuts the cost down, and there's always somebody watching your back, which is great.
Is there any more questions for me?
I don't know. Is there any more questions out there for Zoe?
There should
Or
be
for
more.
Eric too. We can ask Eric questions as well.
It's
No,
okay.
I want questions. I asked.
So
She's like, I'm the star here.
That's
Tell
it.
me
It's
to
the,
ask questions.
it's the Zoe show. Yeah.
It says the Zoe show up there.
yes.
Yeah, if it is the Zoe show, then what would you do on your show? What's the theme? What would you do? We can't
Hand
just
sanitizer.
Oh, so it's a scientific show. What is like Mythbusters? What kind of
Yes,
show would you make?
Mythbusters.
What
Are we
kind of
doing
show?
infotainment now?
Yeah.
We talk about skincare here.
Oh no.
I don't
No
know.
joke. I asked Zoe what she wants for Christmas. She's 10 years old. She's got a list of skincare products that she wants.
I'm 85 years old.
Like, are you
Okay.
30 or 10? She's like, I want this brand and I need this one. And this is the special one for my face. And I need the mask. I'm like, I don't even have a skincare routine. What is this?
I'm 835 years old. What are you talking about, 10?
Oh my gosh. Your skin's fine.
I'm like, don't you want toys? No, but I do want a face roller and one of those, what are the rock that you're supposed to rub on your face.
Stone?
Jade thing, yeah.
I don't want that.
Oh, well.
Listen here. If there's any more questions for me, ask questions now.
Yes.
Not visit Zoe. Ask your questions.
Ask questions now. Any question. I want to answer questions.
So, Zoe, if you were to draw your own book, make your own story, what would it be about?
I know. A fairy tale with there's 2 cats lost in a forest. And some of the book has Spanish in it and some not Spanish in a forest. But then they realize the forest is enchanted and they can never get out.
Oh.
Are they happy about that?
No, they're desperately trying to find a way out, but they realize they're just going in circles and circles and can't figure out where they started because the footprints that led into the forest that they followed, because they were following footprints to try to find extinct animals for some reason, and they're cats because that's cool.
And who enchanted
they're
the forest?
humans. They're not cats. They're humans. They're humans. They were trying to find extinct animals, so they followed footprints into a forest, and then both of them got lost.
They're dressed as cats? They're not
Where do
cats?
the cats come in? Yeah.
They're not cats. They're humans.
So they're not cats. That's
Did they become cats when they got in the forest?
Yeah, is that the reveal?
That's a curse.
Ooh. An enchanted
The Shyamalan
forest with a
twist
curse.
right there.
Okay.
Any more questions?
Oh my gosh.
Questions? Think of questions now.
So,
No
Zoe,
pressure,
you said
think
you
of
don't
questions.
like writing,
What?
but yet you and your GATE class team wrote a very interesting journey to an island with dinosaurs recently, and you were very excited about that.
Because it was in GATE, and we were writing about something fun.
Well, that's what being an author is. You're writing about stuff you want to write about.
Yeah, you can
No, I don't want to write about your books. No.
No, you can't write my books. That's because they're my books.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You write your stories.
Do you guys want to hear how the story of the GATE went? Wait,
Sure.
can you pull up the GATE website? Here, I think you
Don't think I
can.
have the links for it right now. But just tell us about the story.
Yeah.
Okay, so the story is they were each gonna get paid $5 million from the government to go to this island to find any DNA, like nails from the dinosaur, claws, that's what I meant, teeth, scales, any of that, and bring it back to a scientist because the scientist wanted to make dinosaurs live again.
Yeah, I was gonna say make dinosaurs live. Yeah.
But there was already dinosaurs at the island, and many people have gone missing there. And yeah, so they went to the island. The characters are Agent X, Agent Phoenix, and Agent Ivy. Those are the girls. The boys are Agent Rock, Agent Stone, and Agent Beck. And yeah, so they got to the island, but while they were in the boat, pterodactyls attacked the boat, and Agent X had to, it was Agent Ivy who shot the flare gun to scare them away, but that didn't scare them away. Her T-Rex call scared the pterodactyls away, and Agent X, me, was like a dinosaur expert and knew all about dinosaurs. So they were really freaked out when she said that was her T-Rex call. So there was really dangerous dinosaurs on that island. And they were all scared of them.
Did they make it off the island?
Goodness.
That was only chapter. Chapter 1. There's 8 chapters, I think.
That's a lot of writing for somebody who doesn't like writing.
I didn't write all of it.
Yeah, but you collaborated.
I made the ideas. And I didn't write. I don't like typing out and writing stuff.
You just delegated your ideas.
Yeah, I said the ideas.
She's going to be a CEO when she gets older.
Okay, so they got to the island. They got to the island, and they had to find somewhere to, bless you. They had to find somewhere to put their tent thing, camp.
Mm-hmm.
And that was chapter 1. Chapter 2 is okay. They needed to go get the supplies because they realized they had forgotten them while they were going to find we're going to find a place to camp out, survive in the area. So Agent Everyone. Yeah, so they all went and Agent Phoenix was sassy and said, not to be an expert, but I think we already walked past this rock. And they were all like, oh yeah, we already did walk past this rock. And then but then they found out the island was infested with mangoes. And there's a problem to the island being infested with mangoes. Is that Agent Stone and Agent Phoenix were deadly allergic to mangoes.
Oh no.
Like deadly allergic to mangoes. And a dinosaur was gonna chase after them, but the dinosaur stepped on a mango and it literally squirted all over Agent Phoenix and Stone. So half of them rushed to the camp. One of them was me because I'm the medic, and the other half rushed to get the supplies. And yeah, so I took care of them. We didn't have the supplies yet, and then Agent Ivy, Agent Beck and Rock, yeah, were found the main complex, and they wanted to go into the main complex.
And nobody told them don't go in there.
But Ivy was like, I'm not going in there. Who knows what could be there? And plus we have to get the supplies and go back to camp before Agent Stone and Phoenix turn into a buzzball.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're deadly allergic.
Mm-hmm.
So Agent Beck and Ivy and Rock were all fighting until they left Ivy to bring all the supplies back to camp. Ivy brought the supplies back to camp though. And and then the funny part was they were both healed, Agent Phoenix and Agent Stone. They were both okay. And then the funny part was Agent Phoenix said, I need water. And then I was like, okay. And I went up to go get some. Then she was like, no, I can get water myself. And then I was like, no, you can't. And she was like, yes, I can. I am an independent woman. And then fell over on her face. And then I got the water for her.
What about the helicopter part? That was pretty funny too.
That's the end part. I haven't gotten to that yet.
Well, we might not have time to get through 8 chapters worth.
Give it away.
Fine, I'll skip some. Agent Rock fell in a hole.
Okay.
I was literally trapped there for a day and a half. Here, I'll just skip to the end. Okay. Agent Rock fell in a hole, and Agent Stone and Ivy were working together, and they were planning on sabotaging the rest to get the money all to themselves. And Agent Ivy threw Agent Stone into a T-Rex. Wait, first she choked him out, threw him into the dinosaur, and the dinosaur brutally ripped him into shreds. But the funny part was, Agent Ivy died to a frog.
Okay.
And then they all escaped from Agent Ivy and Stone.
See, the moral of the story is don't be a bad guy. The retirement plan sucks.
Mm-hmm.
And they got Agent Rock out of the hole. Then they almost fell back in the hole. Agent Rock said, oh my God, not again.
Mm-hmm.
And so the helicopter part was the funniest part.
Mm-hmm.
So they got to the helicopter. The helicopter people are like, okay, you can come in now, it's safe. And then they got eaten by a T-Rex.
Okay.
And then
Everybody died.
they distracted the T-Rex by shooting a flare gun into the woods.
Okay.
And it worked. And then they left me in charge to fly the plane.
Ooh.
Not airplane, helicopter.
Mm-hmm.
And so they set up a YouTube video on how to work it. And they're like, okay, press the red button. And I was like, they're all red buttons. Press the top one. They're in a single file line. Just press one. Boop. Bluetooth connected. The wheels on the bus go round and round, round and round, round and round. Wheels on the bus go round and round, all through the town. And they finally got it to fly.
Okay.
See, she writes like you. Everybody dies.
Yeah, I was going to say everybody died. I was about her age when I wrote that.
So they finally got it to fly.
Oh my goodness.
And then they had to watch another YouTube video on how to land it.
As you do.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I got my hand stuck in my chair.
Oops.
And okay, so Agent Beck was like, press the yellow button. I was like, there's 2 yellow buttons. Press the one on the bottom. They're in a straight line.
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
Mhm.
And then it was like, just press one. And I was like, okay, fine. I pressed one and I was like, it worked. Oh my God, it worked. And then we landed safely and gave the money to, not the money, the cold compressed embryo to the scientist, the evil scientist.
Wait, you were working for the bad guy the whole time?
Oh.
Twist.
And the ending was like, you'll never know what will happen in the future because Agent X went off to become a very famous medic and then quit for some reason.
For some reason.
Everybody died.
Oh my goodness.
And
Everybody
then
died. They're working for the bad guy, and then
Yeah.
they decided to quit medic.
Agent Beck's story was like, Agent Beck became army dude and also quit for some reason. And then
Gen Z for you.
Agent Phoenix was like, Agent Phoenix was, she went to a robotics competition and also quit for some reason. And then Agent Rox was, he went to a hackers convention and won that. And then
Okay.
Agent Ivies and Stones, well, they're dead.
Well, they're dead.
They're back. They're back on the island.
Oh my goodness.
Well, they're dead, so we can't talk about them. And
Dinosaur
don't know
food.
what happened in the future. And then the story ended.
Hmm.
All
All right, Eric.
Get the drawing.
What's next for you, Eric? Any creative endeavors you're working on?
Oh, a game. I'm making a board game.
Ooh.
Neat.
Yeah, a board game involving, ironically enough, dinosaurs.
Perfect segue.
Dragon.
Yeah, I am. I've actually been working on it for over a year. This is my third iteration, different layouts, and it's a mix between a little bit of strategy, a little bit of luck, and a little bit of physicality.
Mhm.
And I come up with these silly ideas when I'm watching my son. He has all these toy dinosaurs, and what if these guys can like fight each other? So then I love chess. I love games. So that's my next project. To make this little board game. I don't know if it'll have an origin story. I might need another illustrator to make it come to life, but there's no short supply of ideas in my silly head.
Is it going to be one of those kid friendly where it's like plays in 10 to 15 minutes games, or is it going to be like a Monopoly, table flipper, Family Feud night game?
No, not. I mean, maybe like a super simple, like Settlers of Catan, but not even that crazy. Like my brother-in-law loves playing that, and every time he wants to play it, I'm like, no, I don't want to play Catan.
Mhm.
But I do like playing like the quick games, and yeah, my attention span is like that, and I want families to play it and have a good time. But there's got to be a little bit of strategy, a little bit of luck, and some physicality. Just think of like beer pong with little dinosaurs.
Okay.
I like that.
We used to do game nights. Every night before bed, we'd have pick a quick game, like a card game or a board game that doesn't take a lot of time.
Yeah.
Because we have table flippers in our family. And after about 5 minutes, we're like at each other's throats because there's no friends and no family when it comes to games. Every man for themselves. Like,
Mhm.
Which ones did you guys play the most?
Zoe, which ones did we play a lot? We played the
pirate game.
The pirate game. I can't remember the name of it.
Pirates Booty something.
The one where you throw the little balls?
No, it's the dice. It was the dice with the colors and the cards, and you're supposed to Bluffanier. That's what it was called.
Bluffanier.
Bluffanier. And then we did play Liar's Dice. That one was fun.
Okay.
We played
Card Monopoly.
No, we also played that one. It was like Allie's favorite because she was the best at it.
Oh, taco, goat, cheese, pizza?
No, not that one. Not that one. It was the one where, like, if you look at the card and there's, like, different objects on the card and there's a circle.
Oh, Spot It.
Oh, yeah. That's cool. Yeah.
Mhm.
And then what was the other one we played? Crabs. You got crabs.
We always
that was our favorite.
Played it differently, though.
Yeah, we had modified games a lot to make it easier for everyone to play, or if we
Mhm.
didn't have enough for teams, we'd have to figure out a way to make it work still. But yeah, we love the Crabs game.
Yeah. Are there any games that were games first and then became books or graphic novels?
That's a good question.
I have no idea.
I mean, I know a game creator who has a lot of backstory to his, and I guess the game manual would be like a book, but it's
Hmm.
not an official novel.
Interesting. Because you see so much,
It's a good crossover.
I mean, the
Yeah.
video games sometimes have
yeah,
the
movie
Yeah.
adaptations and
movie
novelization.
adaptations, books, etc.
Yeah,
But
based
I
off a
don't
game.
know about just. I mean,
Well, wouldn't that be cool to pull a hat trick off like that? Have a game, a book, and a TV show?
yes.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
But what
Truth of the
started,
matter.
it's always like the book first because that's always the easiest, and then that's adapted into like a script and then a game spinoff. But has there ever been like based off the game first and then a book and then a movie? Like I know that like maybe like Magic the Gathering. I don't know if did that movie come out yet? Did they make that into a movie?
Do you remember back in I'm dating myself here, the 90s, White Wolf Games, Vampire the Masquerade, and then they made a TV show out of it, and they had books too.
Oh,
Five Nights at Freddy's.
you're right. This A.F. Stewart
Nights at
said Dungeons
Freddy's.
and Dragons. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Five Nights at Freddy's.
Yeah, Five Nights at Freddy's. We do have the games, we have the books, and there's the movie.
Hmm.
Yep.
Okay.
Mario stuff.
Mario started as a game. I don't know that we have any real Mario books. We do have comics. I don't know. if
Yeah,
that
I
counts.
think it started as a game. I mean, I remember
the
it.
game
not-
started for sure.
There was a movie.
Although with today's media, they love to recycle everything. So I think the minute they find an IP that's worth it,
Mhm.
they just try and milk it for every dollar it's worth in
like
every format.
Zelda. I mean, Zelda has rolled into something bigger. The Legend of Zelda.
Smart. Taking the money.
Hell, that Mario movie recently was pretty dang good. I was shockingly surprised. I went
Yeah.
into it thinking this is gonna be cheesy as hell, but
Mhm.
Hunter has been a Mario fan since birth. And so we went to watch it, and everybody, and we had Allie, we had her fiance at the time, his dad, his sister, we filled a whole row with us, and everybody was cracking up the whole time. We all enjoyed it.
Yeah,
Hmm.
that's a good one.
Anita says Dungeons and Dragons. Yep.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
Clue. Yes,
Clue.
Clue.
Yeah. Okay.
Wait, wasn't there a game where there's a murderer?
Clue.
That's cool.
Yes.
Well,
There's
Yeah.
a candlestick in the
This is
library.
Peacock.
Colonel Mustard.
Yeah.
Colonel Mustard. Yep.
Process of elimination. Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay. Gotta cross these different mediums. Get some money.
We've also played some games that have been taken down, like Monopoly.
We can't
Nobody
play
can get through
Monopoly.
Monopoly, but Monopoly cards we could get through.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And that was fun. We'd play a couple of rounds of that within 10, 15 minutes.
I'm the best at Monopoly cards. I always hogged all the no cards.
Cheater.
That's your favorite game, Zoe, that you guys play?
No,
What is yours?
Luffineer.
Yeah, that one was
Luffineer.
fun. So that one you have two pair of bone dice. And you would roll the dice and you have two cards in your hand. And whatever colors came up, you could bluff and say they're yours, and everyone would have to pay you. Or if they caught you bluffing, you'd have to pay them twice as much.
Mhm.
And
Ah.
so as everyone's going around, we're all basically lying to each other, bluffing, trying to get as much of the money as possible.
Simple.
Learn everyone's tells real fast.
Ah.
There's
Mhm.
1 minute left of the show.
What's
What?
that?
There's 1 minute left of the show.
Wow,
There's
that was
one
a
minute
fast
left.
hour.
Wow. Yes.
All right. Well, anybody out there still in the audience, if you have any final questions, get them in now.
And our
Anything
books
else?
on Amazon. And Zoe gets half the money. Buy her some new pens.
Yes.
For those of you watching, in the show notes below is the link to find the book on Amazon.
Mhm.
And that'll be on our Facebook as well as our YouTube. So should be easy to find. Definitely go get the book. It's adorable.
It is.
It's absolutely cute.
For all
And-
parents to be. I sent it to my friend who just had a baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What does Luca think of the book? Does he like it?
He liked it. He's like, the first page when it's the digital and it's pretty obvious it's him. He's like, hey, that's Luca. I'm like, yeah, that is you. Do you remember the music festival? Yeah. I'm like, no, you don't. You're two. Thanks for humoring me. So yeah, someday he's got his headphones, he's ready to go. But
Mhm.
yeah, so we'll find you an all-age festival, and you better hang for at least 7 hours.
Should be
Yes.
slamming
Me?
Red Bulls.
Yeah, exactly. Mhm.
All
Mom,
right.
didn't you say I was gonna get a bonus or something from him?
I said it's a surprise.
Yeah,
What's the surprise?
yeah, just act surprised. He's just already asking for
Yeah,
it.
he just told you.
Yeah.
I have a question.
Yes.
You have a question.
What's the surprise?
He just told you. Weren't you listening?
Weren't paying attention. So
What's the surprise?
That's it. Demoter, take her belt away.
that's it. Bye.
No, not my purple belt, please.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right, guys. Well, thank you guys for hanging out. And
Thank
for all of
you.
our audience members out there, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for your questions. We will see you back probably January. I think we're
Yeah.
Happy New Year.
yes.
Happy New Year, Merry
Yeah.
Christmas,
Happy New
and
Year.
grab
Happy
this
Hanukkah.
Tuesday.
Oh, look at that. Fantastic.
Yes,
Hardcover too. Oof.
it's
So-
hardcover. Yes, and it's beautiful.
All right.
Happy New
Thank you,
Merry
guys.
Christmas, Happy New Year.
Yes.
Year.
Happy all the holidays. We will see you guys in 2024.
Goodbye.